Yeah, so I would say she's like a 5.5, maybe a 6 if she's really dressed up, right? And that's just me being charitable. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm not one of those guys who's like, oh, I'm just gonna call every girl ugly or very mid. But she looks like she's like 33-ish, maybe 35, right? Still out here trying to make it work in this singles life, you know? I mean, she still haven't found a man or a husband yet, so something has to be the problem. Guys, anytime you see a chick who looks okay, or is even decent looking, and she's still single, I promise you that's not by mistake. So this is for the simps in the back who just think like, you just gotta try harder. Like, shut up. Don't get choked. Listen, fellas, if you guys like these videos and my commentary, please like, share, and subscribe and stick around. I'm also on to podcasts. I'm on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. If you guys just like to listen to the audio, maybe you guys are working out as you should be, going to work as you should be, making your money, staying in frame. Okay. So in this video, I'm not going to show the whole thing. She yapped to strangers online, hoping like she was just talking to girls as if like guys weren't going to see this for about like a good 4.5 minutes about how she was very disappointed going to the singles event with her and her friend or her sister, I don't know. And the ratio, of course, was 3-1 to men because a lot of men aren't stupid enough to show up. And the guys who did show up deserved every criticism that they got because, I mean, what do you expect? The guy, she even said it in the video, if you like, once I play it, that, oh girl, don't go in there. The guys are short, fat, and bald. Right. And that's most American. I think it's like most American guys, to be honest with you. All right. But the women are also fat too. So it's kind of crazy. I think it would have worked out. But I'm just going to play it and I'm just going to give my commentary in between or even at the end. Whichever comes first. All right.
Men are allergic to fun because tell me why we go to this matchmaking festival today. It's Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day is on a Saturday. This just feels like an obvious win for both genders. Like all the people in relationships are going to be booed up at dinner or doing whatever they're doing, and everybody that's single, you know, if you step outside today, you going home with something. Now you already know that I am done with the dating events because men don't typically go to those, but this one sounded like fun. It was at a brewery that's very male-centered, and the agenda was very fun. It was very, very gender-neutral agenda. There was a apple pie eating contest for who could eat a pie the sexiest. There was a condom relay for who could get a condom on a banana the fastest. They had like dating tapes you could make to like play throughout the venue. Like it was just a bunch of like funny stuff, okay? So I'm like, okay, this sounds fun. Like this sounds like a cool event. People are gonna pull up. It's gonna be a good time. So me and my girls go, we get super dressed up. We pull up to the venue, and as we pull up to the venue, we see this big line outside. So I'm like, oh, bet, it's about to be popping. No. As we walking up to the line, girls are leaving. It's like nothing but group after group after group of girls leaving. I'm sweating. I gotta turn my heater off. So I'm like, where are y'all going? Why are y'all leaving? And they're like, oh, no. Y'all are way too pretty to go inside. Do not go inside. And I said, what you mean? They said, it's nothing in there. And, you know, I had very low expectations for the type of men that I would meet here, but I was really just here to play the games. Like, we had missions we were supposed to complete while we were in there. Like, we were turning this into a whole game, okay? But they were like, no, I'm telling you, all the guys in there are short, fat, ugly, and balding.
They had an event called Who Can Eat the Pie the Sexiest? And see, this is what I'm saying. Fellas, women only care about their fun and their happiness, right? She even just said it, if you just listen, she just said that she had low expectations about the guys that she would want showing up. Cause even she knows, right? Like nobody's really stupid. Women do a lot of stupid stuff. And I want to say, you know, I'm trying to get monetized, right? But women will do a lot of stuff. But at the same time, they backtrack and walk back what they say. Like, so for 1 minute, they'll sit here and say, oh, well, you know, I'm done with these dating events. But at the same time, I still went anyway because apparently the men are lonely. But at the same time, you guys are still going to these events, knowing that the guys that y'all want don't need to show. Listen. The guys that did show up and they were her type, which is only gonna be like maybe one guy that would probably ever do that. He would be on demon time. Why would he ever need to show up to these events and really be there actually looking for a wife? We know that these chicks are up there, are past due. They're past due. They're late. What 21-year-old showing up to that? Okay. I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt, but y'all, I mean, come on, her voice is already annoying, right? I mean, I'm helping us out. Hey, I'm doing you a favor. Like, I'm sure one of y'all birthdays are coming up. I'm doing y'all a favor. She's yapping about nothing. But I'm gonna go ahead and let her play it a little bit. She said, I'm gonna play it. She said the guys were short, fat, and bald. And ugly. That's what the girls have literally said.
Like, don't go in there. And I was like, oh my God. So We decided to get in the line anyway. Now, as we're in the line, I'm noticing in the line is all women. It's a line. It's all women. And the longer we're standing there, the more women keep leaving the line from in front of us, coming out of the venue. Not even just leaving the line. They're coming out the venue. So every single one, I'm asking, like, what's going on? They said, no, don't go in there. The ratio is terrible. It's all women. It's all women. It's all women. There's like 3 random solo guys in the line that are getting real excited hearing this.
And it's crazy because those guys are getting excited, which is very stupid to me because because you can tell is either one or two things. They're desperate or they're just very green, right? What do I mean by this? So you're very desperate knowing, right, that yes, there are 3-1 and you thinking, well, hey, more for us, right? But it's just like the fact that you are there will show the women that you are desperate enough to come there. Like women know that her type will never go to these events. He just said it. These women know that they don't have high expectations, right? They just want to hope. Like men go off logic, women go off their emotion. Women are slaves to their emotions. So women will spend money on something that she know is not good for her or likely going to be bad or it's just not going to likely work out, but she will still try. I'm not saying men do it because clearly you have some men there, right? You clearly do. But that's what I'm saying. They're either very desperate, like, you know what? I'm so desperate. The dating app just isn't working, bro. I'm trying to go to the bar. No one talks to me. Maybe if I go to a place where the intentions is to date, maybe I'll meet somebody. I just want to have someone there. Understandable. Listen, brother, we're humans. You know what I mean? But understand if you like once you understand how women move and act and you realize how stupid a lot of them are, I promise you will never want to go to these events because women will always talk about what they're attracted to in long-term partner, but they will never really talk to you straight up front about what's the sexual attraction, if that makes sense. Yeah, a lot of them will say, yeah, I need a guy that's taller or whatever, 6 feet. I get that. But women will say, go to these events, show up to these events anyway, because I just want to have some fun. There are women that's there. But these guys are not getting the memo that they're not 6 feet tall minimum. They're not, in great shape, right? Or they're balding, something that they can't control. So you either have to be very desperate knowing that these chicks are not going to choose you, but you're just like, of all the things I could be doing, I could be playing Call of Duty, I could be playing Dead by Daylight, the game I'm playing now. I could be just sleeping, whatever. You would rather show up and spend your money and waste your time. Even if it was free, you're wasting your time. And you can get your money back, but you can't get your bad experience back. Okay, you went through it. You just have to let it pass. Or you're just so green, you just don't understand how women move. But let's just proceed.
But here's my thing. We have a free event. You don't even got to pay. There is no cost to entry. It's at a brewery. And it's Valentine's Day. So as a man, any girl that's there is going to be single. And women are sad on Valentine's Day. Like, so many of them are just desperate to talk to somebody and get some attention from somebody. You don't even as a man think like, oh, I might have some success today. Maybe I should go to this. And this is why I don't feel bad for men when they are lonely. Like, this male loneliness epidemic needs to be worse.
I was trying to read this for a while, but I swear to God, the way they sometimes word these things, they need to go back to like the grammar class. I do not understand, but let's get right through it. There's a lot to unpack here, but the type of men you would want just isn't going to attend an event like this. Or maybe these events haven't found the right marketing angle to advertise to those men. Good point. She responds, no, I know the type of man I want wouldn't be here. I was just looking to have a good time and was looking for at least a 70-30 ratio split. Of course, again, it's all about her and her amusement. Despite the fact that guys really want to have like a connection, she knows that likely she's not going to, like I said earlier, the guy she would want would never attend an event like this. Why would he ever need to, right? But she just want to have fun anyway, just to ignore you and friend zone you. And then Cosmic Twilight, wait, so you admit even you wouldn't be interested in a man that go to these events. What's the incentive for men to go again? Even a women shilling, which I don't know what that means, for these events don't actually want them. And that's a very good point. That's a very good point. Because again, like I said, it's all about, their fun and there's a bunch of girls that's just going to show up and being desperate. Yeah, but girls is not going to smash a dude that she just doesn't like. It just doesn't happen. It just doesn't. I mean, if she's like a streetwalker on the blade, sure, she obviously have to get paid for that. But women's not gonna really have sex with a guy that she friend zoned. I mean, she'll friend zone you, like she'll spend your money gladly, and she'll let you take her out on dates and stuff. But she would never want to actually do any type of procreation or risk procreating with you because she just doesn't like you. She don't want to give you that. Just like a guy would never want to wife a chick that he'll smash. Like, yeah, you're fun, but you're not somebody I want to actually take out and show to my friends. All right, let's get into more, just like a few more comments and then I'll wrap this up. Yeah, Beta says, all the men were short, fat, ugly, and bald. Don't call me out like that. I'm 5'6", 240, and balding with crying emojis. Like, what is he doing? Idiot. Like, what are you doing? I'm nuts. Why are you telling her this about you? Why are you even doing that with emojis? On top of that, get in the gym. I'm sorry. There's no excuse for nobody to really be fat. I'm sorry. Hereditary, I understand the whole height and, balding. It is what it is, but at least be fit. Like, do something about that. Then she says, you have a beard, so that compensates for the hair with the cheesy face. And then, like, some guy responds to the guy, Brian Ortega, and why would you waste your time at such an event knowing that is what's being said by women attending? I'd rather stay at home and, catch up and play basketball or whatever. That's my whole point that I just want to say is that, like, guys, don't sit here and give, like, what, have confidence about this. This is what I'm saying. Go to the gym, right? I don't care if you 4'10", go to the gym and be your best self, dude. It just doesn't make any sense to sit here and then tell her that. And then you 240. What in the BMI metric is this? You are 240 and you are, it was him. He was at the event. It was literally him. There's no way it was not him. He's literally short, fat, and bald and ugly. It was literally him. All right, let me get into this one comment, and I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up, I promise. The dating apps are the problem. So low effort, right? And then the creator says, dating apps have ruined dating, right? Again, this is just more non-accountability from women, right? And the guy says, wrong. It's the modern woman behavior. You can't even break up with a woman without her slandering your name. And we can move up and save more money and stay single. And then the guy says below, no, it's not the dating apps that we have caused men to disconnect. The real issue is behavior like we've seen in this video. Statements such as should be worse. I'm going to take it a step further and actually make it more clear, right? So first off, let me just show you the one chick that said the dating apps are the problem, low effort. She gets to be obese and fat and very, very like a 4. Like I want to say like a 3 or 4 in the face, right? And she said low effort, but you're giving low effort because you're not even going to the gym. This is what I'm saying. I blame the men that, don't hold women accountable. I blame the men who simp for this because women are addicted to online attention just as much as men are addicted to pornography. Both aren't good. It helps with the disconnect. It helps with us not coming together. It helps with people having these problems because we keep having this mentality of like we want better, but we're not willing to do better. For example, there's no reason why that guy Brian Ortega was 5'6". Okay, you can't control your height. Okay, being bald. Okay, you can't control, that's hereditary. But you're 240. That's no good excuse, right? It just means you eat all the time. Go to the gym, right? Try to be your best self, right? Be locked in, fellas, locked in. But then we are having the creator who's very mad. You can tell she's overweight herself. Most Americans, 75% of Americans suffer from obesity. So it's not a surprise when you know the numbers and dating in the stats, you start to understand that most people are very obese or very fat. Like they're not in shape, right? And so the thing is like, not only that, she's older. So her chances of her really finding a mate that she would actually like, that she would be proud of, women have this hypergamy, right? Where they always want to date up. They want a man taller, stronger, make more money, whatever. But the problem is social media has literally warped their vision of reality. Like, okay, for example, the girl that's the creator, I guarantee she's like probably 4'11", maybe 5'1", 5'2". She looked very short. But I guarantee her standards are, I'm going to go crazy for a guy that is 6'3". I'm not saying she wouldn't talk to a guy that's 5'6", right? But you can, like, women who really like a guy, not settling in her mindset, like, oh, well, he'll do. He seems nice. I really want a Johnny, but, he's on BS. Johnny, the 6'3" guy with tats and all that stuff, he'll make her go crazy. She'll like, okay, you ever see a girl that goes really crazy for a guy and she'll say, she's attractive herself, right? But she'll say, I don't trust these guys. I went all out for a guy. I bought him this. I bought him that. If a woman is spending money on you, if she is spending money on you and she's going crazy and crying, all that stuff, she really likes you. And I'm not saying you should go for that type of, craziness and stuff like that. I'm not saying that. But she really likes you. And her getting with a guy where she feels that, she can do better and she's settling, you don't ever want to be that guy because she's never going to treat you with that type of level. I'm not saying you need to have that type of passion in your relationship where it's crazy and, domestic violence, all that stuff happening. I'm not saying that. But I'm saying that a girl's not going to give her best self to a guy that she doesn't really find that sexually attractive, but it's just about the money. Yes, women need to minimally have a guy taking care of her. Understandable. Right? That's what keeps her from wanting to leave. Oh, I have a guy who takes care of me. Of course, these days women will break up with you and take half your stuff. But I'm saying is that is the thing is that for her to go crazy over you, she needs to at least be sexually attracted to you. Right? It's just like a guy. A guy can find a girl he's not that attracted to all that much, but she's a good mom, she's a good whatever, or she's a good she have good mom qualities, I should say. I would be stay away from single moms in my opinion to take them seriously. But what I'm saying is those she have things that can make her a good long-term partner. If he's not sexually attracted to her, she's obese, she's overweight and stuff like that, he's probably really not going to be that proud to show her off in front of his friends and wanting to take her on nice dates and trips and stuff like that. Because when a guy actually like a chick, he ain't just thinking about smashing her. He actually want to go out and do a date and stuff like that. So that's my whole point. But fellas, I don't know. I would say we're cooked. This war is going on. It's a lot of stuff happening in the U.S. and in modernity. I don't know what to tell you guys. All I can tell you guys is just to stay framed, stay locked in, save your money, invest in yourself, your mental health, your physical health. That's the best thing I can tell you. But do not by any means show up to these events embarrassing yourself. And don't embarrass me if you're going to be a subscriber. Please do not do that. But hey, I appreciate you guys listening and watching. Again, I'm on, just check out my LinkedIn. I have Apple Podcasts, Spotify. If you guys just want to listen to this, YouTube Music, you can just listen to this as well. I recommend you guys stay and subscribe here, granted, but I also want to make sure that you guys are getting the information that you need. And stay forever locked in, guys. Please be your best self. If nothing else,